Daryl's Hotel. And right here under product data, we're going to do bookable product. Okay. Now we can actually select both here. So has persons. So this means people. Does this booking, will it include people? Will this booking include certain styles? Like this would be something like man, woman, children. This would be something like basic, deluxe, suite. So that's what has resources mean and has persons mean. So right here, I'm going to select a customer defined blocks of days. So now we're going to go ahead and select days because people are going to book generally by the day there, right? I hope that makes sense here. All right. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and let them select what they can pick right there. Now you would want to change this to something like maybe 30. So the maximum duration is saying how many days can this person stay at your hotel? How long can they book for? Can they book for 2 months? Can they book for a month? Can they book for 7 days? I'm going to say, look, because most tourist visas around the world are generally 30 days. So I'm going to say, look, this guy can stay at my hotel, but he can only stay up to 30 days at my hotel. He cannot stay longer than that. So that right there looks good. Next, let's go ahead and scroll down. We can go to resources. So what kind of rooms are you offering? Well, I'm going to go ahead and select add a resource. And this is going to be like the basic room. Here, tell you what, trash room. I don't know, those expats out there like to stay in those hostels, so we just imagine that's a hostel, you know. And then this right here is the deluxe room. The deluxe room. All right, so now there's 2 rooms. So I'm gonna put rooms. Now we have the trash room and we have the deluxe room, and this is gonna have an additional cost, additional block cost of $20. Now the reason why I selected block cost here is because if I go over here and I select 3 days, it's going to charge them only one time, but I want to charge them per block for this specific room. So it's per day basically. So that's why I'm selecting that. So before I go on any further right here, oh, you know what? I didn't even know that. If you scroll with your mouse, it changes. Huh, interesting. Before I go on any further right here, I'm going to go ahead and click on publish, because if I click on the resources, guys, it might actually delete everything and it'll go back on draft. So when you're using this, I would just update just because whatever. Right here we have the resources are, and then again, you want to select customer selected so they can pick. Now, if you don't want them to select it, you can just do automatically assigned. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the trash room, and we're going to edit the resource. Now, the reason why we need to edit this resource is how many of these are available? Well, I'm going to say, yikes, I don't know, 30, and then right here we have the date range. So I'll just say, date range of, we'll just say there's 30 available. You know, that's it. There's 30 available, and that's it. You can select day by day, you know, or if you want to do that, but I'm just saying that there's 30 available, and that's pretty much it. And here I'll click on publish. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to products here. That's kind of annoying. We have to go back and do that every single time. Click on edit over here. Now you'd also need to do the same thing for the deluxe room. So you need to go to edit resource, and you would also need to go ahead and select how many are available. So we want to know when the room runs out. So maybe there's no more rooms available. So I'm just basically saying that room can't be booked more than that many specific times within a month. All right. So right here, availability. So right here we have max per booking block. So I'm going to basically say that the same person cannot book the same block more than once, because that would make no sense. And then again, right here, this is the same rule. So the minimum block book available into the future, and then the maximum block bookable. So I don't want them to book maybe 3 months into the future, because maybe there's a big event coming up and we have to charge more for the rooms. And then right here are available by default, because unless you're going to select specific days that they can book, then we want them all available by default. And when someone actually hits the amount of times they book the room, the room will no longer be available. So that's basically how you can kind of track how many people are booking the room. That's pretty much it for availability. Now right here, we'll go to cost. So we're going to select block cost here. So what I'm going to do now is saying, well, okay, so how much does the room cost? The room on average costs $50 and the display cost is $50. And if you want to book in the future, you can also charge a discount if you want to do that. That's up to you. I've already shown you a little bit about range type. So here you can kind of add or multiply or whatever based off a certain time. So maybe there's a big event. Let's say there's a big event in March. So from March 1st to the 15th, we're going to go ahead and add, I don't know. Oh no, block cost. It would be block cost. We're going to add $20 to every block in March because there is a big event coming up and we want to screw people out of their money, something like that, right? So yeah, like that. There in March, yeah. So that's just an example, but you know, I'm not going to do that, but I'm just, you know, just giving you an example. Persons. So right here we have persons. So we have minimum persons, and then we also have maximum persons. And you can just read this right here: the minimum number of persons booking, and the maximum number of persons booking. So maybe you don't want more than like 5 people in your room or something like that. So you're gonna say, look, man, the most people that can stay in the room is 4. All right, and that's pretty much it, you know. So right here we can also go ahead and multiply all costs by the persons counts, count persons as a booking, or enable person types, which we are going to do right here because I want to give you an example. So right here, I'm going to add a person type. And we'll just say that this is for adults. So again, we can charge adults for the base cost or a block cost. So what that means right there is basically saying we can charge an adult for a one-time booking or every single booking. So I'm going to get greedy here and say, you know what? I want to charge them $10 for every single time that, for every single block. You know, that's how much I want to charge. That's how much I want to charge them. Now, I'm not leaving a max or min. So right here, I'm just charging them for $10 per block. Next, let's do children. So right here, person type, child. And then again, they're not being charged anything whatsoever. So that's pretty much it right there. So all right, and here I'll go ahead and select a product image. So this one right here. All right, I think we're all ready to rock and roll right here. So cost $50 per block. The deluxe room, that's going to be charged a little bit more. And on top of that, they're going to be charged a little bit more because they're an adult. So, and that's basically charging them more for the room because, I mean, adults have to book the room, right? So. All right, so let's click on update here and all right, let's see right now what we have done. Let's take a look here. So right here, I'll click on view product. All right, cool. So Daryl's Hotel. And I didn't put any description and I probably should have. So let's first just go ahead and say, okay, I want one adult right here. And I'll select the room from the 24th to the 27th. So you can see here how we're charging $50 a room, right? So 50, 100, 150, 200, and we're also charging them $10 for each adult every night. So right here, 10, 10, 10, 10 equals 240. Now, if I add 2 children, they're being charged nothing right there. So that's basically how you can do that. And right here, if I add 2 adults, you're going to see that the price actually goes up. So if you want to go ahead and apply that routes or something to your booking, you're more than welcome to do that. Right here, we can select a deluxe room. And the deluxe room right here costs a little bit more. So right here, I'm going to select, I'll select 1 adult. And I'll select from 20 to 320. And the price now goes to $320. So you can see there how there was a small price increase, and you can also put that in the description so people can actually see it. So they won't be like, oh, why is this more, or why do I have to pay? So this went from 320 to 240. Now let's just take a quick look of if I can book a lot more people. You see that how it says the maximum booking is 4. So now that's basically saying that there can't be more than 4 people in this room. If they're renting a suite, maybe we can go ahead and, you know, hook them up if they're getting a suite. But for the average person right there, that's basically going to be it. So WooCommerce actually has some really good documentation